tail.
I should have recorded on my phone a blooper.
Are you ready?
I was born ready.
Wait, let me double check. If it's rolling. Oh, wait, this is so cute. Okay. So,
The girlies are ready. What are we talking about today?
hi. So today I have Jessica. Jessica, can you give us a little intro? Wait,
Technical difficulties, please hold.
I think when it flew. No,
Yeah, it did go flying. Hey, hi, I'm Jessica with Castle Ever After Events, a wedding planner and coordinator here in the San Francisco and Napa Valley Bay Area. I said that wrong. My bad. In the San Francisco Bay Area and Napa Valley.
Ooh.
I said the Napa Valley Bay Area.
Well, you created your own area.
Yeah, I did. The Dome area, Northern California.
It's a new state. What are 3 things you think every bride should know going into planning a wedding?
Hire the wedding planner. Absolutely. You want to have your best day, and you put so much work into creating an experience for your guest and for your family.
Yeah.
Many times we work with couples that are like coming from all over the states, sometimes internationally, and you want to be able to enjoy that. You want to feel like the guest
Yes.
of honor, not someone that's hosting everybody, touring, like how's everybody doing. And so having a wedding planner, or at minimum a coordinator, I think the most important, because everybody says this, they're like, oh, we don't want to stress.
Yes.
And the reality is there will be some stress, because it's just, there's always decisions to be made.
I heard this podcast that was saying that having to make decisions will actually mentally fatigue you. And I notice on days where you don't have a good coordinator that's accessible, everyone's running to the bride for those questions that easily could have been answered by the right professional.
Exactly. Or what happens, which I'm sure you could probably attest to this, is the other vendors get asked. The photographer gets pulled.
Yeah.
And then what happens if you're getting pulled to do these things? You can't do
My job.
your job, which is getting those photos. So absolutely.
Yeah. If you were to tell Jessica from years ago getting married, what is like some advice that you would give her?
What Pinterest wasn't around, and I sometimes think about, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because I think it's beautiful for inspiration, but it's also sometimes creates unrealistic expectations.
Yes.
And I've thought about that over the years. I'm like, I wish Pinterest was here, because I do think I would have just had a little bit more, I would have done my design differently. But I actually really, really loved my wedding, and I think I would redo it almost exactly to the T, with maybe, again, the design would probably be a little bit different. And the reason why, which is, again, my advice back to probably anybody else or others, is prioritize what's important to you. Which for me and my husband, it was dancing. We wanted to party and celebrate with all of our close ones.
Yeah.
And so we skipped over a lot of what people consider traditional things. We didn't do a cake cutting. I wanted to enjoy dinner and have a relaxing time, and then go into the fun part of dancing. So we had amazing music, and all of our friends and family loved to dance, and we did. It just felt like us. And
Cute. And that's what I love about now these welcome parties, is it gives the opportunity that if you still want to have toasts and speeches, do all that stuff then. Less formalities on the wedding day really allows you to feel more present and not be feeling like you're getting pulled in a million directions.
Yes.
Let's say 5 people want to talk. Pick your top 2 for the wedding day and have the 3 others welcome speech or whatever works for you. But that's what I love about these multi-day wedding celebrations, is you can skip some of those stuff from the wedding day and do it a different day. What is the final thing that you would tell young Jessica getting married?
Okay, this one for sure, it's a hot topic, is the first look. It's no longer a new thing. It's been around now for several years. After I got married, it became more of a thing. I got married 15 years ago. And I do think now, seeing both styles of wedding, where people do a first look and don't do a first look, do it.
I second that.
Yeah.
I didn't do one. Did you do one?
No, me neither. I didn't even know that was a thing, to be honest. So many of us, maybe when we got married, that moment of the aisle is what everybody thinks about, and you will have that moment regardless.
That's what I say. I literally say the same thing, because everyone's like, they go back and forth, and that was my one regret. And honestly, I don't want to use the word regret, because I loved everything and I appreciated that moment, but it felt, 7 years ago, it still felt taboo, and it still felt like, oh no, I need him to see me when everybody else does. But I love the intimacy of first looks. And I feel like when you wait, you actually don't actually have that moment privately together, because a bunch of people are there. So it's not, a lot of times it's really not the way you envision. Even seeing his reaction, sometimes you're so far away, you're looking at pictures of it and stuff. But when you do a first look, you're actually living that.
Yes. And the other thing too is, why wouldn't you want to spend the day that's about you two,
Yeah.
right? With that person. Spend the most amount of time as you can with your favorite person. And you can speak to this as a photographer side. I think couples get exhausted. You have almost double sets, I think, of photos when you don't have a first.
Not seeing each other, you're limited on what you can do. And then you cram your whole cocktail hour into a photo shoot. First look, you're almost doing practically everything you can.
Yeah.
And then maybe whatever extended family shot you're doing cocktail hour. If you want to enjoy cocktail hour, doing a first look is almost non-negotiable.
Yeah.
So, ooh, that's good advice.
Right? I mean, it seems like we hear about
What's really good.
I love it. I see these comments on social media about like, no, absolutely not. And like, get it. Everyone's entitled
Yeah.
to. And one thing like Tanya was actually saying this. Tanya's my business partner and sister from your best sister duo ever, the second best after the first over here, Honeybee Memory, is that creating a timeline for couples to see beforehand, like early, like when we're in the planning stages, not the coordination stage, but in the planning stages, it helps them see how the day goes without a first look. And we've had couples change their mind after looking at that.
Really?
Yeah, because they're like, oh, we don't
when
want
they
to
see it
take
on
photos.
paper,
Yes.
it clicks.
If you're like, we don't want any photos and I guess it doesn't really matter, then
Yeah.
But
then,
yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you feel strongly, do whatever feels good. I thought I felt strongly, but now where I'm at, I wish I was more open to the idea.
Yes.
So I think that's who we're talking to. If you're like on the fence, this is your persuasion to just go do it if you really want to be more present. But if you feel strongly, or that's a value that's important to you, or you're having a micro wedding and it doesn't really change anything, then yes, do whatever is best for you. But if you're sitting on the fence, that's who we're talking to.
Absolutely.
Cool.
I love it.
So a lot of people that are just early in the stages, they hear terms coordinating, planning. Can you explain the difference, and can you walk me through the type of bride that should go with planning and the type of bride that should go with coordination?
Yes, absolutely. So the biggest difference is time. And time, as the cliche says, time is money. Where we're working with couples that are doctors or lawyers, they work full-time jobs, they have long hours.
Yeah.
And so trying to find the time to organize a wedding, because there's multiple parts to it. It's not just hiring people, it's okay, what do we do now that everybody's been hired? Now, specifically to the planning side, where do we look to find people? Because there are horror stories, unfortunately, of people that haven't been vetted. So to that point is, if you do not have time and you find yourself stressed because you are extremely busy, regardless of being type A, sometimes people are like, we're type A, we can do it, that's great, but you might not have the time to research. There's endless amounts of emails. Wedding planning can take anywhere from 300 to 600 hours. That's something you can't just buy back. So, but by having a planner, we already have the network, people that are trusted and vetted that we've worked with, that we can recommend based on your style, your budget. We're the ones sending out those emails. Are you available? What's the price range? This is what my couple's looking for, because we already know those things. People find that like a weight off their shoulders. They're like, oh, they can enjoy it more because they're not doing all the research behind. They're now getting options that work for their situation. Wedding, I would say, is if we have busy entrepreneurs, people at work, then they're going to want to do wedding planning. We have destination couples as well. They're not familiar with an area. They don't know where to look. That's the other side of it, is having a trusted resource from the beginning. Who do you bounce ideas off of? How many hours of photography should I really do? We understand the whole like day, how it all flows with other vendors, so we can help with recommending that. Again, that's all the planning aspect. It's building everything together. Now, for couples that feel like, you know what, we have the time and they love to do that, like, some people are really excited. They're like, we want to find the people and go searching.
This is my new part-time job.
Yes, exactly. Some people find it daunting, some are excited. So the ones that are excited about it and they have the time, we're like, do the planning, hire your coordinator, hire your coordinator early on, because we also give resources to help you plan. And we can also help with certain degrees of recommendations and stuff. The coordination is, we're coming in at the end. Those are for couples, again, they planned their wedding. Now they're like, okay, how do we bring this all together? Who needs to do what? How does a day need to flow? And that's where we come in. We step in 90 days before and make sure that nothing's missing. So we had a bride reach out that said all of her vendors had a different idea of how things should flow. What time she needed to be ready by. First look, from venue to photographer to hair and makeup. So that's where a coordinator will come in. We're going to talk to everybody. We know what the couple want, and we can make sure that now everybody can be on the same page. Just really depends on the timing. How much time do you have to give to your wedding?
When you throw a number like 300 to 600 hours, people are like, how could it take that long? But the thing is, you have spent years cultivating vendor relationships, cultivating experience, learning. So decisions that would have taken you hours before to navigate, people are really coming to you for that expertise, years. For most people, this is their first time planning a wedding. However many weddings you've done, all that combines, every wedding you learn something. So you take that experience and you bring that to each person. So,
and we have amazing vendor contacts like you that we've worked with.
Yes.
We know how you flow, how it functions, wedding planner and coordinator. When we recommend somebody, it's because of the whole package, you know, from how they communicate to how they show up on the day of.
Right.
Because we don't want our couples to have to worry about getting ghosted or we haven't heard from so-and-so. And that means sometimes having to refine things. Knowledge and experience goes a long way.
Yes.
Ooh, we got to get going.
This is a good time to wrap up then.
To be continued.
Part 2.
Is there anything like briefly?
Maybe 1 minute. Yeah. People see things on social media that helps them try to navigate photography and videography. What is something that they need to be talking to or asking those vendors about that isn't going to be on Instagram to help them make that decision?
Ask for full albums.
Yes.
Absolutely. Full albums from a photographer and
I love
videographer.
that. Yes.
Everyone
Yes.
posts their best. We post our best.
I love that. That is great advice.
Yeah, album. Then you can see how they work with different skin tones, with different lighting.
Yeah.
Because not every photo is going to come out the best. And sometimes you need to see how does it all look together.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for being on my mini podcast. I love you, my first guest. It's going to be so cute. Wait, I need to look. All right, you run. I'm going to...
I got to run. Sorry, you get to stay.
Bye.
I'll text you.